become an elite player in MLB the Show 22, okay? Now, if you guys have not yet, after this video, you are going to click the link in the description. It is to my hitting tips video. If you guys have not seen that yet, after you learn how to pitch with me, you're gonna wanna learn to hit with me as well. And after that, you'll be on your way to becoming a great player at MLB the Show 20, okay? I know my dumbass just said MLB 20. I meant MLB 22. Now, I'm going to show you everything you need to know when it comes to pitching, and we're going to be going over pinpoint pitching, okay? That's the setting that you're going to use. I'm going to go over the settings with you. I'm going to go over everything with you to make sure you guys know exactly what you need to know in order to become the best pitcher you can be, all right? So here's what we're starting with. We're going to go to the settings right now, and you're going to make sure your settings are exactly like mine, especially if you are brand new to this game, okay? What you're going to do, the pitching difficulty really doesn't matter. I just have it set on Hall of Fame all the time because that's kind of like in the middle of where you're going to be playing a lot. Pitching interface, pinpoint. Most important, it's the most accurate. You have to use pinpoint pitching, okay? Pitch feedback on, just leave that on. The pitching view. The reason why I like to use strike zone is because that means you're pitching from strike zone and you're hitting from strike zone. You're seeing how these balls are moving at all times, so you're getting a better sense of, you know, how to see pitches, how they look. It just helps me go back to hitting, transition from hitting to pitching, so forth, just to make sure that I stay locked into that strike zone and where it's at and how the balls break into the strike zone, okay? Pitch ball marker, I like pitch trail on. It helps me, you know, like, get the idea of where the pitch is going to be, and to me it's the most accurate in my head. I don't think it matters which one you do, but for this one, just rock with me and try this one, all right? Okay, and that's pretty much all you're going to need to know for this. That's pitching. Now, fielding also goes along with pitching because you're pitching and then you're fielding and you're doing all that, so just go ahead and rock with me on this one. Button accuracy, you're going to have full control over your green throws, so basically make sure you don't have any random bad throws. You're going to want to turn that on. Throwing meter is going to be on. That goes along with that. For throwing decision, I don't know what that is. I just keep that off. Fielding decision. Definitely keep that on assist. It kind of just gives them that nudge. The computer will give them that nudge towards where the ball is going. In play view defense, I leave this on medium just like I leave the batting, the offensive view on medium. So go ahead and go on medium. Throw canceling is important. You want throw canceling on, okay? If you're in a pickle, you want to fool these guys. And if you make one throw and a guy's rounding a bag and you didn't think he was going to turn, you're going to want to be able to cancel that and throw home, all right? So you're going to want to make sure that that's on. One button dive jump, I just keep that off. Auto infield jump reaction, yes, on. Drifting ball, that's what you're going to want to turn on. There's another one that's tracking where it's the blue line. Drifting ball will show you exactly where that ball is going, so you're going to definitely want that on. Defensive shift, manual. You're going to want to be able to attack hitters on the outside of the plate, on the inside of the plate, without having to worry about where your fielders are at, okay? So make sure you keep that on manual. And then off the wall ribbon, I keep that on so I know exactly how to play the carom off the wall, and you just, you got to do that. And then that's pretty much all you're going to have to do with settings, all right? Now, what you're going to do to practice this, I know a lot of you guys don't know what pinpoint is. A lot of you guys haven't used pinpoint. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what it is, how to use it, and all of that stuff. Last year, I vowed that I was not going to use pinpoint because when I first tried it, it seemed so difficult. And the reason why it seems so difficult is because nobody kind of explained it to me correctly. The first time somebody explained it to me, it was kind of funky, I'm not gonna lie. And then I learned to just practice it and take my time with it. And after that, I ended up becoming amazing at it, okay? So I love I take pride in my pinpoint pitching. I really enjoy using it. And it's the best, it gives you the best control over where your pitchers are going to go, okay? So I'm using Corbin Burns mostly because I actually use him in ranked seasons. And let me just show you what pinpoint is, okay? So I'm going to choose cutter, which is X, all right? Now, every time you throw a cutter, it's going to be this same pattern, okay? It's going to be, you're using your right stick, and you see how it's showing you the little ball and how it's going around and it goes down. You are going to go and replicate that exact speed, okay? So that's how they want you to do it. Okay, so it's a little bit quicker on offline, but it's still good for practicing, right? So right now, don't even worry about the small, when you first start pitching, and hopefully you guys are able to have your custom practice up right now while you're watching this to help you guys kind of go over it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna just keep picking cutter, and don't even worry about coming down, right? Just worry about matching that speed, okay? You want 100 accuracy on that speed every single time. Every single time you want 100% accuracy on that speed. Don't even worry about going down. As soon as you worry about going down, you're worried about a lot. And you know what I mean? Like, once you start this, I know how it is when you first start pinpoint. It's just like, you're worried about 20 different things. You're worried about your timing, then you're worried about moving down, then you're worried about being accurate with it, and you're worried about what pitch you're throwing, in what zone you're throwing it. All of that, okay? You are just gonna work on that. And as soon as you have that down, then you're gonna start coming down, okay? So right now, after you get that down, you see those blue, you notice that before you go down, there's the 2 blue circles. It closes down and it lands into the bottom circle. You see the blue circle that I'm moving around? Watch that blue circle when I start pitching. It's a ring around it and then it closes in. What you want to do is you want to aim down as soon as that thing puckers. As soon as that blue ring puckers into the other one, you're going to want to aim down, okay? So you get 100 there, boom. As you can see, that's with 3 or 4 perfects in a row. Once you get it down, it's just so simple. But it's all about getting this timing down first, and then boom. And then once you get used to that, and you get used to the cutter, then you got that down. Okay? So that's all you're doing. You're practicing the speed and moving along with that, and then pucker. All it is practice. Once you get that timing down, it's like riding a bike. You're not going to forget it, okay? Now, you go to sinker, right? And you're going to do the same thing. Don't even worry about coming down. You want that top accuracy. When they say accuracy for the top one, it's all about the speed of what you're doing it, okay? So watch what happens if I do it too fast. You see how it says 0% because it's too fast, right? It's going to turn yellow. That's how you know you're doing something wrong. As soon as it turns yellow, you're doing something completely wrong, right? And this is what happens if you go too slow. It's yellow again. Your accuracy is going to go down because it's too slow, okay? So you want to make sure that that thing stays green the whole time. And it's good that you can track it while you're doing it. So let's say you start out a little slow and you notice it, then you can try to correct it as you're doing it. You get what I mean? So basically, it's all about watching that green, and you're gonna feel like you need to go a lot faster than you really need to when you first start. It's just gonna be a habit. You're gonna think that you have to rush it, but you really don't. And once you get into custom practice, you'll realize that. It doesn't matter if you're in the stretch. Okay, yeah, so he's in the stretch right now. I was just making sure. Obviously, when you slide step, it's gonna be a lot faster. But yeah, when you're in the stretch or when you're in a wind up, it's the same thing. You're still taking your time, okay? So that's all we're doing right now. Now, every single pitch, like I said, has their different one. The sinker is this one, right? The changeup is the complete opposite of that, but everybody has circle changes now. So we're gonna go to curveball. Curveball, you're just gonna work on getting the highest accuracy on that. Now, the way it works, right? For fastballs, it has to be above 90 accuracy to be a green. It has to be above 90 accuracy. I believe the threshold is 90. Now for the middle one, for the timing, it needs to be, you see how it says 0.05 and it's a yellow? It has to be below 0.05, okay? So 0.04 and lower, that's gonna be a blue as well. So you're gonna get, it's gonna be a green, okay? And then for the bottom one, that's all about where you're swiping down. So right there, I swiped completely in the middle of the ring. So it ended up being a perfect because I got all 3 right. Right there, I didn't get a perfect because I was a little bit to the left on this blue ring, okay? In order to get a perfect pitch, you have to qualify for all 3 of those. So you have to be over 90% accuracy with the speed of going around. You have to have the what's it called? The timing of when you go down to the blue ring, And you have to have the accuracy of where you're locating it in the blue ring. See right there? Perfect, perfect. So you want to practice mastering all three. Each one of them is equally as important as the other. All right. Once you go to off-speed pitches, the threshold for accuracy is a little lower. I believe it's 85. I believe it's 85, but as long as you try to get 100 regardless, you know? But you're going to practice just moving it exactly where it's at. All right. You're going to practice getting green on that. We're a little too early on that one, as you can see. But as long as you get that first part done, you're giving yourself a chance to get a perfect pitch. And now when you get if I get a perfect pitch, it means it's going to go within this range. No matter what, it's going to go somewhere within that shadow. As soon as you end up not with a perfect, it has a wider range of where it can go. Okay? So that's all you're doing. Circle change. The circle changes are a little harder, so you got to be careful. You got to know when you're going to use certain pitches, okay? And then one thing that you need to know about this year, right? Watch how big the shadow around the ball is, right? You see how it's a little smaller? When you move it up, it's going to get bigger, okay? So it's less accurate, and it's going to have less movement when you go up higher in the zone. So they're penalizing you for throwing high sinkers. Because sinkers are pitches that are supposed to be thrown low, right? So that's one thing you have to keep in mind when you're throwing these pitches, is that if you do go higher, there is a more random area of where that ball can end up. So you got to be careful with that, okay? But that's basically all you need to know about pinpoint. And now I'm going to play a full ranked game, and I'm going to show you guys how I pitch and kind of the sequence I go to when it comes to pitching against people. Because I feel like that is a huge part of it, okay? But I'm trying to think if there's anything that I've forgotten. This is what the slider looks like. Oh, and by the way, I use Control Freaks on my pitching stick as well, because it helps me make the small movements and the slower movements that I need to, okay? It just makes me feel like I'm in complete control. I always use that, so make sure that you guys are doing that. Slide step. Yeah, slide step is when you hold L2 and pitch. That's when you have a guy like Trey Turner on base and you want to try to throw him out. So you hold L2 and you pitch. Obviously, it's way harder to be accurate with it. We got lucky there, got a perfect. Well, I mean, it's not lucky, but it's definitely hard to get a perfect. But that's what you do. You're going to hold L2 when you pitch in order to slide step to try to get those fast guys out. And sometimes people will hold R2. You'll see a little block symbol go over your pinpoint pitching meter. When they're doing that, don't try to pitch while they're doing that, because they'll release it and it'll make you mess up your pinpoint. People are really cheesy in this game, and you guys are going to learn that quickly, okay? So that's something you got to look out for. Now, we're going to leave this right now, and we're going to go into a new game, all right? Now, I'm going to show you the type of pitchers I use and why I use them, and we're going to go over the strategy. Now, the meta in this game in the years in the past has been sinker and cutter, okay? And that is why Corbin Burns is one of the best pitchers in the game, because he has nasty stuff, he throws pretty hard, and he has a sinker and a cutter with the good off-speed stuff that you need, including a slider, okay? He has 85 break and 99 velocity, just a card that shreds. He's always been good. And the sinker-cutter combination is something that you're definitely going to want to take advantage of in this game. You want to attack people in, jam them, and then get them to roll over on the cutters after you jam them with the sinkers. It's all about keeping them guessing, you know what I mean? And I'm going to show you the best way to keep them guessing. Now, keep in mind, it is a little harder this year just because we are on lower difficulties, and it seems like there's been some fluky hits, but I'm going to show you how I go about trying to be the best pitcher, and yeah, let's do it. Now, I'm going to quickly show you the type of pitchers I don't want you guys to use, okay? I don't want you guys to use a guy like Craig Kimbrell. He only has 4-seam and 2-seam, so it's either going to go straight or his knuckle curve is going to drop down. He has nothing else to keep you guessing. It's a terrible pitch repertoire, okay? That's one guy you don't want to use. Chad Green is the same exact way, as you can see. Same type of pitch repertoire. Nick Anderson, a similar guy. All of these guys are the guys I'm talking about. Now, Giovanni Gallegos, it's fastball, slider, circle change. It's not horrible, but 3 pitches just isn't a lot. You know what I mean? It's just not enough. Unless they have, like, Diego Castillo has a sinker to throw in there, so you can use guys like that. But I like a guy like Devin Williams that has a circle change, a fastball, a cutter, and a screwball. If he had like a sinker too, it would be insane. Ryan Presley is a kind of a tough guy to use because he either has a straight four seam or 2 pitches that break out. You know, it's not really somebody you want to use. And then you have a guy like, let's see, who's a good example? Liam Hendricks is a good example. Liam Hendricks, he has a 4 seam, he has a knuckle curve, and he has a slider and a 2 seam. So he has like, he has 4 pitches, but he doesn't have a cutter, he doesn't have a sinker. He has pretty basic pitches, and he doesn't throw hard enough to blow you away. And he, you know, it's just not really a guy that you're ever gonna want to use. So I try to stick with the guys. Even Kenley Jansen, he has a cutter and a slider. The cutter's just so OP right now that you can use that. But if you look at my bullpen, I have Kenley Jansen, who has that cutter, sinker, slider. I have Jose Alvarado, who's just a hard throwing lefty, and he has a slider, curveball, and a nasty 2 seam. Blake Trinan is a guy that's just awesome with pitch repertoire. When you have a sinker, cutter, and a slider, you're good. Chapman just throws so hard that it just doesn't even matter. Darren O'Day, funky, and he has a sinker. Raisel Iglesias, this is a borderline guy now because he doesn't have a sinker anymore. So we'll have to see how he adapts to this game. Josh Hader, just the best lefty with the best hits per 9 right now, but probably not going to see him in the lineup for, I'm in the rotation for bullpen for too long. And then Lee Smith is a guy with a decent one, slider and cutter with the fork ball. So just kind of explaining that with you guys. Mike Messina has a phenomenal pitch repertoire. So good. So good. Shohei has a good one. He has the cutter. He has 5 pitches. So I hope you guys kind of get an idea what I'm saying. The reason why Randy Johnson's not very good is because he doesn't really have any pitches that'll completely like jam you or go away from you. So that's why I kind of struggle with him, and he only has 106 hits per 9. So let me go into this game right now and show you guys how I'm going to use these guys, all right? Facing Who's Your Daddy? He's starting Blake Trinan. Okay. Interesting. So the best thing I can tell you on pitching tips, is to just get as much run support as you can, obviously. Self-explanatory, but it makes it a lot easier when you can pitch without pressure. That's a good start. Thank you, Trout. That's the run support I'm talking about. I'm curious what the strategy is with him starting Blake Trinan. Or when expectancy's at. Ah, damn it. Maurice, this one's not bad. Why did I do that? Like, actually, why did I do that? It's a really good swing. It's a really good swing. Okay, we get 1 run. All right, now let's go over the pitching with this guy. Now we're using Dallas Keuchel, so we have a guy that has a sinker and a cutter. Okay. Just like Corbin Burns does, we're gonna use Dallas Keuchel. And it's a very good start. Obviously, in a lefty-lefty matchup, it's good. Now, what I like to do in the very beginning of the game, right? I like to feel the guys out. So what I'll do is I'll throw every single pitch that he has in hopes to see what his weaknesses are, okay? So, for example, low and outside sliders. We're going to throw that to see if he chases. We're going to throw a changeup in the dirt right now. See if he may have a weakness for that. And he does. So just like that, we get that out right there. So we're on a low pitch count. I always try to keep my pitch count really low, and I always try to keep my guy's confidence high on all his pitches so I can go everywhere, okay? And then let's try to see if we could throw that again just to see if he chases it at all. If not, then he might just... Yeah, he just has a good eye against that, so we know that. Let's see if he swings at these inside sinkers. Okay, so he does swing at those. He seemed like he was turning on it pretty well, though. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back to the changeup in the dirt. Hope we get him off balance or he chases. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and go here since he hasn't really made good contact with it yet. And there we go. We get the 3rd out. Nice, easy inning. Now we try to get some more runs. Oh, he has auto shift on. That's unfortunate. Or is this just the higher pitches that are hard? Oh yeah, it's just the higher pitches. Okay. Yeah, the sinkers that start up on like the higher third of the plate, you really can't see it. So you just gotta kind of be early and swing it as soon as you recognize it. All right, Gary Sanchez, let's go, man. Let's see how Gary Sanchez does. We got him in here, plugged him in here. Give me some run support, baby. Yeah, I'm struggling. It's just not good. I don't think anybody should ever pick this field, to be honest with you, man, because it's just so brutal to see sometimes. And let's try the slider in, see how he does it. Or how he reacts to it. We won't know. Those are the worst pitches, man. I hate when they do that, because you have no idea whether they tried swinging or not. It's such a frustrating thing. Let's just hope we get weak contact here. Beautiful pitch. Okay, so far that we know that inside sinker is good to go against these lefties with Dallas Keuchel. And we're just gonna keep taking advantage of his weaknesses. Low changeups, inside sinkers. So far, those are what's getting him. That's another good inning. Beautiful. Let's get some runs now. We're not gonna have problems with the lighting now. We should be okay. Yeah, we're good. Oh my God. Dallas Keuchel? Jesus, dude. Oh my God, he's got more pop than Michael Young. That's a great swing. Not sure how the hell that happened, but I mean, that's the best way to do it, is when your pitcher gets on base for himself. Gives himself some run support. Well, this is the best way to do it. Working is whenever the reliever comes in, if you could work this many pitches in one batter. Yeah, this is a dub at bat. That could not have gone any better. That could not have gone any better, man. I'll take that over a 3-run homer, literally. What? That's gonna stay in. Okay, that's like the only way the pitcher was gonna score. That's the only fly out where the pitcher was gonna score, but I'm surprised that stayed in at Laughing Mountain. Yeah, that's not staying in though. You're not gonna throw that against Frank Thomas, dog. There we go. We got 5 runs in the third. Very good start. Ah, just missed that. Just missed that. I mean, we hit him hard. Okay, now let me explain to you guys the pitcher's attributes that you guys are gonna want to be paying attention to. The most important, right, is the hits per 9, in my opinion. The higher the hits per 9 is, obviously it's maxed out at 125, but the higher it is, the smaller your opponent's PCI is gonna be. So that's gonna limit the good contact they can make around the PCI, and it's gonna make it where just their confidence goes lower because the PCI is so small. All right, and another important thing is walks per 9 and control. Obviously, Dallas Keuchel has great control, which means that this little shadow right here is going to be smaller, which means if you get a perfect, the randomness of where the pitch is going to go is limited. So as you can see, if I get a perfect right here, it's going to land in that where I want it. You see what I mean? It didn't land like exactly where I wanted it, I'm saying, but it's going to land in that circle every single time. Every single time it's going to land within that small little circle. So that's why control is so important with some of these pitchers. See, I mean, obviously it can miss a little teeny bit, but it's going to be within that circle that's around the ball. So if I want to make sure I'm throwing a strike, I'm going to do it like that. And I'm going to throw... Wait, what? What the hell was that? I got 65% and it still was a perfect? Is it because of the difficulty? I'm really confused. I'm not sure why they gave me a perfect on that. That was weird. There we go. We're just exposing those weak spots, attacking them inside with the sinkers, going low with the changeups, mixing in the sliders, and it's working. Okay. Thanks. Thought it was frozen, dude. I'm really sick of smacking balls and them being outs. Okay, so that's what Gary can do if you hang a pitch. I would know he did it. Gary's a beast, you guys. That might have to be the catcher until we get Joe Mauer or Jorge Posada. Good pitch. Very good pitch. That's a tank, Mike. Dude, we are hitting bombs this game, man. We are hitting bombs this game. It helps the pitching out a little bit. This is what I meant about run support. Jesus, we are just harassing this guy. Yeah, we are demolishing this poor soul. We are demolishing this poor soul right now. We're up 9-0 in the fourth. You love to see it. It'd be cool if we threw a perfect game in our pitching tips video. Is that gone too? Dude, we cannot get out right now. Okay. Well, let's get 3 outs and then this game's done. All right. We know his weaknesses and we got 2 lefty-lefty at-bats. We should win this game this inning. Because Trevor Bauer's not that good of a person. There we go. Beautiful. There we go. We get the second out. Oh, wow. It's 3 lefties in a row. We definitely got the right starter for this game, huh? Did I just do that? Did I just do that? He's going to hit a home run now, huh? That'd be hilarious. Got him. There we go, baby. We get a perfect game in our pit. Oh, wait. We didn't. Because I hit him with a pitch. Damn it. We got a no-hitter mercy rule in our pitching tips game. Not bad. Not bad at all. We definitely take that. Shouts out to Dallas Keuchel for just handling stuff. Mike Trout 3 for 3 with 2 home runs. Frank Thomas with a home run. Chase Elliott with a home run. Gary Sanchez with a home run. Now, if there's any questions you guys have regarding the pitching tips or anything, make sure you guys leave a comment below and let me know what you're wondering, and I'll be sure to let you guys know, okay? Oh, he was a higher rating than us? Jesus, man. How did that guy get so high rated? But GG's to him. GG's to him. So yeah, make sure you leave a comment and let me know if you guys have any question about the pitching tips. I appreciate you guys watching and good luck this year. Peace.